Welcome back, and today we are going to go over how I do powder loading. Yes, I have other videos that include this, but this is deeper and more points are discussed. I will explain the difference in having a scale that reads in 100ths versus having one that reads in 1000ths, and why it doesn't take much longer, maybe a few seconds, and it gives you the confidence of knowing you are in a certain range. So you can forget maybe there was a problem with your powder loads. Yet another variable removed. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, and leave a like. If you'd like to donate, head down to the donate link below this video. The membership part is finally catching on as people are starting to realize the time and effort I am putting into this channel. Thank you very much to those that are paying it forward. So let's watch me do this. I'm going to try to stay out of the way as much as I can, but of course my hands are going to be coming in here, so I can't help that. But what I'm trying to prove to you here are the benefits of having a 3-digit scale and something like just a regular powder dropper like this RCBS Uniflow number 3, I think it is. I've used the other automatic systems and they just leave too much room for margin. In a 2 decimal scale, that's only reading in hundredths. But the only thing is the accuracy of them is only within 2 100ths or something. So say if you've got a reading of 726.02. That could be 76.02, 0.03, 0.04 before it'll go up one more, and when it goes up one more, it jumps from point 0.02 to 0.04. Then you don't know whether you have 0.03, 0.04, 0.05, and so on and so on. And this can make a difference when you're getting up to, 300 yards or more. 100 yards, I don't think it's really going to make that much difference. But what I'm going to show you is how I do it now. I have a Sartorius GD503, which they don't make anymore, but their entrance scale, Sartorius entrance, are like the comparable ones. So I've got 3 digits here. I've got everything zeroed out here. I'll show you. I'll put my cup on here now. And I'll zero this out. Okay, we're at 0 now. So yeah, we should be around 9:10, 9:15. Okay. So I have this RCBS. This method here is not that much slower than using an auto scale. Because with an auto scale, say something like the auto trickler. It's still got to pour in the main load. Okay, you're doing that by hand with this one. Alright? But then it still has to trickle. And this Dandy trickler, which you can see behind here, sticking through the scale, does a much better job. So let's just show you the accuracy I can get. I'm going for 28.8. As you can see on the scale, I got 28.31. I have it set to pour a little low. All right, 28.825. I know that's about 1 grain, so instead of dumping it and pouring out another, I'm trying to show you this, so I screwed up, of course. I very rarely go over. All right, that's 28.8 exactly. Because I actually know, by doing this for so long with Varga powder, that they're between 2/10 and 3/10 of a grain. Okay? So I've got 28.8 right now. I just take it out, pour it in my funnel. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. That one's a little behind, isn't it? Put my funnel back on and go again. All right, 28.5. So I got to throw a big chunk in at first. Then I'm at 28.78. I know one more grain is going to get me just about there. So there we go, 28.8. Boom. Now I'm just going to go. Keep an eye on the scale. .79. So when I do this, when I'm going for 28.8, I set a limit of 28.790 to 28.805. It does take just a tad longer, and I have to say it may be 5 seconds. 5 seconds is not a big give up for having accurate loads. So that 185, that's why I have this here. I just put a real short piece in. Boom, there we go, 28.8. And that's how I roll. It really doesn't take much longer, but it gives you the confidence and the know that you're within a certain range, where the ones that go in hundredths of a grain are not, could be a really wide range. .815. Now that's over my 805 limit. So I'm going to take one out. No biggie. I don't mind doing that. And now I'm back to my range. 28.795. Boom. .90. Got lucky. That one's in there. .5856. You'll get used to this. You'll know. The more you use this dandy trickler, you'll know what it's doing. 28.79. There, I'm done again. So when I finish a row in my loading tray, I load up the cup, put it on there, grab a handful of bullets and cap those ones I just loaded off. This way it's easy to look in a peek and see what I've done and what needs to be done. And of course, make sure you move your funnel every time you pour powder in. I used to do that often, and then I'd pour a double load of powder in, and then that was a mess. Then I'll put my bullets back. I already got this on the scale. Alright, 740, couple more. I'd say one more. $28.8. So that's how it works. Oops, I forgot to put my funnel in the next one. Funnel in the next one, not a punnel, a funnel. And then I just keep going. $49. 67, 77, one more depending on the size of it. No, that's good. 28.795. That's 5/1000ths of a grain. I just really like it. I find a lot of confidence in it. I keep this here just if I need a really small one, because they're not uniform size. You're not going to find any powder that is uniform size. So I hope that helped you out, you know, see how I do it, my powder loading. And if you found this useful and you learned something, please subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, leave a like, and people are starting to catch on now. They're joining memberships now, and it's starting to work out because they're realizing how hard I work for this, and they're paying it forward. All right, thank you.